Hi everybody, happy Friday. We are starting on our Easter crafts now, and today we're going to be working on an Easter bunny door hanger. The first step for this project is to get some 5mm canvas mesh. I purchased mine on Amazon. You will then want to trace the outside of the shape of your wreath form, cut the mesh, and secure it to the form with zip ties. The next step was to get my piece of white craft foam. This is a very soft and pliable sheet, so it's not going to be the hard, thick craft board that I've used before, for example, in one of the previous snowman projects. But I went ahead and traced the circle of my wreath form for the head, and then I also cut out some pieces of the 5mm mesh to attach to the ears. I then did the same steps as I did for the head with the ears. Cut the craft foam by tracing around the shape of the wreath form. Once all your pieces of foam are cut out, you're then going to use your hot glue gun and glue them to the back of the wreath form. Starting at the top in between the ears, you're going to start hot gluing your yarn all the way around the frame. The yarn I decided to use is by Yarn Bee, and I picked it up at Michael's. It's super fluffy. This is the same yarn. If you've watched my other videos, this is the same exact yarn that we used when we made our snowman. And this method that I'm doing is actually very similar to that as well. All we're going to do is take the yarn, put our glue in a spiral shape almost, and just continue going around and around the frame until we get to the center. Again, starting at the top of the head, we're going to start running our yarn along the ears, and we're going to do the same type of method up here. We're just going to continue layering our yarn on the inside of that ear until we reach the center point. Once the ears are completely filled in, we're going to take another piece of yarn starting at the top of the head and run it all along the outer edge of the frame. This is going to cover any craft board that still might be showing, craft foam, excuse me, or any part of the wireframe that might still be exposed. Now that we're done with our yarn completely, we are going to put the pink pieces on the inside of the bunny's ears, and for this I decided to use pink felt. For the bunny's face, I decided to use Smart Iron On vinyl by Cricut. If you don't have Cricut, you can definitely be creative and make a face in another way, maybe by like using felt or something. But I decided to use my heat press, and I found this really cute image, so I pressed it onto the wool. For the final step, I made 2 bows and attached them to the head with hot glue. And now to make a way to hang this. I had some leftover rope from Dollar Tree, and I used a zip tie to secure the 2 ends at the bottom, and I simply hot glued the rope to the back, creating a hook. And there is our completed door hanger. I, like all of you, am learning new things all the time, and a lot of you probably don't know this, but a lot of these projects I've actually never done before prior to making these videos. So a few different things that I take away from this particular project. If you're going to use an image like I did, I probably would make it a lot bigger. This came out as a cute chunky little bunny. The face was a little bit too small at the end, but hey, live and learn, and I'm not super mad at it. Also, I do see that the video was edited in a way where it didn't show me gluing the feet on at the bottom, so I do apologize about that. But if you like those little feet, they come in a pack of, oh gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there are quite a few in the package, and I picked them up from Dollar Tree. This project overall was relatively inexpensive. Of course, you could pick up craft supplies like the felt, ribbons, those feet, at Dollar Tree. The frame itself was from Dollar Tree, and I think the most expensive part of this project was the actual yarn, but I didn't really use a whole lot, and it comes in a big, huge roll. And again, I think you can find it occasionally on sale, but this particular brand I found at, gosh, I want to say Hobby Lobby, but it might have been Michael's. Either or, they're the ones that carry it. You can look it up online. It's called Yarn Bee, and the color is Eternal Bliss. I love experimenting with this particular yarn. It's super fluffy, and you'll find that it covers a lot of space, so you don't need to use a lot. And it comes in handy in these projects because we are trying to cover, you know, the frame and anything that we're putting underneath. So I do love it a lot. I like working with it. As always, thank you guys so much for joining. If you're a new viewer, go ahead and leave me a rabbit emoji at the bottom. If you're a returning user, go ahead and leave me a little chick emoji, something Easter related, whatever you want, just to let me know that you guys were able to get through the video. And please, you know, let me know in the comments what you thought. If you've done it yourself, what did you find that worked well for you? And I wish we could share pictures on here because I would love to see your guys' projects. But you guys can always follow me on Instagram. I have an Instagram, and I could put the handle in the comments as well. And you guys, of course, can always find me on Etsy too at Holiday Home Decor 365. Thanks, you guys. Happy decorating. Till next time.